It's me, Kayla. I really don't know why I look like I deserve to be in like a 90s magazine with the flannel and the bangs. I just really don't know. But today I'm going to expose myself and tell you all the wacky, crazy, messed up facts about me. So I wrote a whole bunch of facts. I wrote about 20 facts on my phone that a majority of people don't know about me or my friends don't know about me. So number one is that I'd never seen any of the Harry Potter movies, like not a single one, and I honestly never really had a desire to. And every time it's on TV, they're always playing like the third one or like number 5, and I just never really had an awesome desire to see Harry Potter. So the next fact about me is that my brother takes a majority of my Instagram photos, like the ones of my outfits and stuff. My brother usually takes them. And I mean, if my brother isn't taking them, I do have a camera that I just put on like self-timer, and I just use my tripod and do that. But majority of the time my brother takes my full body shots. So next fucking weird fact about me is that I love the smell of paper and fresh cardboard. Fact about me is that I always use a calculator when I'm shopping to add up my total. Literally, I swear to you, I went to Target for Christmas to get Christmas gifts, and I pulled out my calculator and I was calculating the total. Fact about me number 6, was gonna put 5. 6 is that when I was younger, I would listen to songs and CDs, and I would pick out songs that I would listen to when I get my heart broken when I was older. I don't know what was wrong with me. I remember just picking out some old CDs and some music, and I'd be like, I will listen to this when I get my heart broken, or this will be the song I will listen to when I first break up with a boy. Crazy messed up fact about me is that I literally, when I was younger, I used to think I was psychic. I thought I could read people's minds, and I knew people's inner soul, and I thought I was good at reading people, and it was just some deep dark secret of mine. I think I was way too inspired by the Twilight movies. Super fucked up. But when I was younger, I used to save my daydreams for church so I can have something to think about in church so I wasn't bored. Just a quick little background thing is that my family is Christian. We still go to church and stuff, but I don't identify myself as Christian. I identify myself as Buddhist now, so so yeah, I save my daydreams so I can daydream in church and I wouldn't get bored in church. A fact about me is that I cannot do homework or do anything without Netflix, at least Netflix, or music playing in the background. And the next really strange fact about me is that when I was in 3rd grade, I always wanted a smaller nose, and I had this 3rd grade teacher. I thought she was so pretty, and she had the cutest small nose, so every day I would pinch my nose and just hold it like that, because I thought eventually my nose would be that small. My nose has gotten smaller. It used to be, I don't know, maybe it was just how it was at the time, but I thought my nose was huge, so I would literally just sit there and pinch it. The next fact about me, because I love exposing myself because I'm a fake fan, is that when I was in elementary school, I had my MP3 and I would listen to the rap station and just lay in bed listening to it, and I would literally try to remember the lyrics so that I can go to school and randomly sing them or randomly rap them so that people thought I was cool and they thought I could rap, and I knew all the cool rap songs because I never really used to listen to rap. Now I do actually listen to rap, and I actually like the songs, and I know some raps, and I'm not a fake fan, but back then I didn't really listen to rap. My mom wouldn't let me because I was young, and you know rap music isn't necessarily appropriate for young kids, but in my school everyone was listening to it, and they were just calling me lame and all this stuff. So I just got my MP3 every night, and I would lay in bed and I would listen to popular songs, and I would try to memorize a certain part of the rap, or a dirty part, a cuss word. Another random fact about me is that in 8th grade I had a fangirl, a Twitter account for this band called Paradise Fears. They were my bop. They were my bop. Like, I loved the lead singer. He was like my Facebook name. He was my lock screen. Like, oh my god, I was in love. And actually, I had like 2 Twitter accounts. I had like a regular Twitter, and then I had one for this like fangirl thing. And I deleted my old regular schmegular degular Twitter because, you know, I didn't need that. And I had the fangirl account for a while. And eventually I just stopped with the fangirl account, and I just went back to regular Twitter, which is actually my Twitter now. So I don't know, maybe if you go farther down my tweets, you'll find, you know, fangirl quotes and stuff. My brother this fact today, and he literally laughed at me. I love exposing myself. Okay, this fact is just so weird. I don't know, was I the only one to do this? First started Instagram in 2013 in 8th grade. I did not have a camera. I did not have a tripod. I barely knew what a selfie was. Like, everyone was doing the full body like pictures and with the white border. I know y'all remember that, with the white border and stuff. So to get my full pictures back then, because, you know, this was before I asked my brother to take my pictures, I would take my iPod, I would take some duct tape, and I would duct tape my iPod to some like random place. Like, I remember I would duct tape it to my closet, and I would, okay, let me just tell you, I would just duct tape it to trees, I would duct tape it to cars outside if I wanted like an outdoorsy pic. And what I would do is that I would record myself. So I literally did not even do like self-timer or anything because I was an idiot. I would just do videos, and I would do like random like poses, like do random like poses in this video. So there's just a video of me doing random poses, and then afterwards I would take the duct tape off, take my iPod, and go through the video and just like screenshot like the different poses, and then I would edit those, and those would be my Instagram photos. Oh man, I should look for a photo to show you guys, like show you guys how legit it looked. Like, it literally looked like someone professionally took it. Not professionally, but it looked like someone took it. Or found a photo of me doing the whole duct tape thing. I mean, obviously you can't tell, but this is a picture, and it looks so legit. Look at that. It's on my Instagram if you go all the way down, but I don't know. Can you see it? Can you see it? I literally took my iPod. Whoa, this lighting is messed up. Hold on. A next fact about me, but not that many people know, is that I used to write songs. I used to write songs specifically in class. Like, I would finish my homework and I would turn it in so I didn't have to go home and do it, and I would spend the rest of the class to write songs. And I literally wrote songs about love when I didn't even have my first kiss. Yes, like, I was so dramatic. I love being a dramatic preteen. I spent a year every single day writing songs in like 7th grade, and like this binder is just full of songs. Like, I put even like the clear thing in there so I could like put it front to back, and so I wouldn't get messed up. And I wrote it for like all these guys that I supposedly kissed. But another embarrassing thing about me is that I would write, like, I would keep this binder on me, but sometimes I wouldn't have it. And I would write, if I had a random idea that just popped into my head, I would grab like a random notebook and I would write the song on there or the word on there or whatever. And so in my science class, my crush and I, we were actually like best guy friends, because I'm a male. No, he was my best guy friend. He was actually my only friend. He was my best friend, and I was literally in love with him. I wrote a song about him. I wrote it in my science notebook. I think I wrote his initials on the notebook, like on the song, and one day he, like, because we were friends, we were like playing around, and he grabbed my notebook, and it was literally on the first page, and he was like, "Do you write songs?" And then he found out that I wrote it for him, and my, you know. Next random fact about me is that I hate when people chew. Like, just chewing in general is so annoying, especially like when we're in a quiet room and like we're eating together and you're chewing. Like, just chewing in general, like that. Next fact is actually about the guy friend who I was like super in love with, that, you know, I just talked about a couple clips ago. Like, I literally told him everything about guys and I and how we did stuff, you know, to try to make him jealous, try to get a reaction out of him. So one day I was stunting, you know, fronting, lying, and I was like, me and this guy did this, we did this, we did this, and we were messaging on like Facebook back in those days because Facebook, and I was like trying to front and say that I did this stuff with this guy, and his mom, I guess, read his Facebook messages. And his mom worked at my school, and she was a teacher, and worked at my school, and she was a teacher. Do I make sense? Do I make sense? And anyway, so the thing is that his mom read his messages, and we were in class, in his mom's class, and she pulled me aside in class and specifically told me that she read the messages and she knew what I did. And for that whole like year, because I was in 8th grade when she told me this, for this whole year I was like, oh my god, like just let's make it to graduation, like please don't tell my mother. Like a real weird fact about me, and I honestly completely forgot about this, is that when I was like in elementary school, my grandparents were really close with the school, like, but my grandfather has this garden and he kills moles, like not like moles on your face, but like moles, like the creatures moles, and he would kill them because I guess they eat his plants, and he has a really big garden, so he would trap them and kill them. And yeah, so for I guess like a show and tell / learning experience, he did this like more than once in my years of being in elementary school. He would kill the moles, he would freeze them, and then he would bring them to my class and give them a lesson on moles. I'm pretty sure this is why I never had friends, because my literal grandfather killed moles and then like froze them, like literally kept them in his freezer in his basement and like wrapped it up in like this saran wrap, and then when he took it to my class for like show and tell, he would like unwrap it and there'd literally be a frozen animal that he would show. Fact about me, because I love exposing myself, is that growing up I actually did always get bruises on my body and scratches and stuff, but when my body was healed I would still wear band-aids, or even if my body, like I had no scratches or bruises or anything, I would just put random band-aids on like noticeable parts of my body. Like I remember putting it like on my hand here and like on my arm and like really noticeable places on my body, so then people can ask me what happened and I can act like sad and stuff, and I can just get attention because I'm an attention whore. So fact about me is that in elementary school, because you know I was a fool in elementary school, is that we had like Valentine's Day grams, and they were like $1, and then you would get like a paper bag just like full of candy. You could write like a little note, and like you could be like, to so and so from so and so. What I did, because everyone hated me, I would buy these grams and like do different handwriting, and I wouldn't write from to so-and-so from so-and-so. Like I would just write to Kayla from your crush or your admirer or something in like different handwriting, and I would get them sent to myself, and then a girl or someone in my class would be like, who'd you get it from? And I'd be like super secretive, and I'd be like, you know, it's no one, it's no one. Even though I know damn well I paid that $1 to get those grams. And honestly, I was a sad child. Like, no one loved me. And I had teachers buy me grams because no one loved me. I just stopped counting on my facts, but I'll probably number them on the screen. Maybe, sort of, possibly. But this is my last fact. Is that I used to have a YouTube channel back when I was in 8th grade, like summer after 8th grade, like going into my freshman year. This is when I was really into Jenna Marbles and I Superwoman. This is when I was really like into YouTube, like, so I had comedy sketches about like what single people do and relationship stuff, and since then all those videos are privated, but if you guys do want me to do a reaction to those videos because they're incredibly cringy, I can do it for you. Please give it a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you know, comment down below anything. Just comment. Let's have a conversation. And don't forget to stay positive, loves.